Illinois is the 11th state to legalize recreational marijuana, but are they doing it better than everyone else? Our Jane Wells explains from Chicago. Hey, Jane.
Hey, Carl, that's the hope. We're at the Mission Dispensary on Chicago's South Side, owned by Forefront Ventures. We have brand new numbers. Over $39 million. That is the sale of adult-use marijuana legal for the very first month in Illinois, well ahead of expectations. And more than 20% of that came from tourists. Now, we also went to the Rise Dispensary owned by Green Thumb Industries. Some call Illinois Cannabis 2.0, having learned from mistakes of other states with clear rules and allowing medical marijuana licensees to expand to adult use on day one, a bright spot in an industry that's been struggling. Is Illinois going to save legal cannabis?
That's not our job. But I will say that the industry here in Illinois, and remember all of the manufacturers, the growers, the dispensaries, the people who work in the industry for Illinois are in Illinois. There's a lot of demand out there. There is not yet enough supply to meet the demand. And again, because we're protecting our medical cannabis patients out there, we want to make sure they're served first. So I think that it'll be a healthy market. I think people will be running profitable dispensaries, grow facilities. And it's important to me that, frankly, we're creating new small businesses, new millionaires in neighborhoods where people have been so left out for so long, and particularly the victims of the war on cannabis. I think we're turning that around with our social equity focus.
Governor Pritzker is more concerned with social equity and social justice and safety than he is with taxes, which is good because taxes are high. They can be over 40% in Chicago, and that's on top of high prices already because of a lack of supply, which should start to ease later this year. Medical marijuana, by the way, is only taxed at 1%, but if you look at BDS Analytics and ArcView, they're already seeing recreational legal sales outpace medical, and that trend, guys, should continue. Back to you.
Jane, I'm curious, as we see more and more states, more and more municipalities legalize marijuana for recreational use, has the technology kept up in terms of being able to enforce things like ingesting and driving?
No. And this is something that it's very difficult to determine what is under the influence. An officer in general has to just determine by his or her own experience. Tests are coming. A breathalyzer is supposed to hit the market later this year. The big thing in technology here is, guys, coming up with a payment system so you can move away from cash. And generally what that has meant is moving your debit card onto a separate card that you can use in these dispensaries.